Well, it's time to go see how the Lightning fares on a trip to Colorado.
Yep, we got a trip similar to the one we did in the R1T, where we're headed out to Colorado to do some adventuring, have some fun out there.
And apparently we are going on the same weekend as the State of Charge event that's happening out there, so we'll probably stop by that. Alright, so we're going to plug it into the Ford navigation so that it can calculate charge stops and all that stuff, and we'll see how that does. But you do have Apple CarPlay in the Ford, so you can use like PlugShare and is there a better route planner too?
Better route planner.
Yeah, you do have those options as well, so that's kind of nice in the Ford to be able to choose what you want to use.
Jesse is active. It shrinks our range by a lot.
Insufficient range.
Doesn't like this, so that's great. Automatically, I guess? I don't know. It normally shows you where it's stopping, but it went immediately to that other thing.
So maybe as we get going, it'll figure it out and see that we can make it, and then it'll let us add chargers in. But if not, then that's definitely a downfall of that, and then we can switch over to, you know, a better route planner.
Yeah.
So he just backed out of the trailer and like tried to reset it to get it to give us a more accurate range, and it's telling us we have more range towing than we do not towing. So we're not sure on that one.
Yeah, we're gonna have to pull for a little bit and then retry.
Try everything.
Initiating charging.
Well, so far, that charger that has been down since we came through in June is still down. Both of them, actually. The one we plugged into and we were getting, what, 14 kilowatts?
14 kilowatts.
Yeah. So eventually we moved because there is a bolt over here that was idle for 4 hours. So
4 hours.
we unplugged and used that charger because the other ones were not working.
4 hours.
4 hours they've been idle. So, and they're not getting charged idle fees either, which is weird to us.
Yeah.
But now we're cooking. What are we at now?
125. Well, it went
Nice.
up to 160 and now it dropped to 125. That's the highest I've seen it. So.
Yeah, so ever so far on the Lightning. So we're cooking now. We got some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. There used to be an Arby's at this location, but it is gone. So glad we had at least a little bit of food. At least a little bit of food in the camper for us. So hopefully not too much longer and we'll be able to get on our way. Dear Ford, in an over-the-air update, can we please get some in the car information on how quickly we're charging? Because we're sitting here, we have no idea how fast we're charging.
It'd be nice for Ford to kind of up their charging rate. It's a bit slow.
Yes. But we're just gonna get out and periodically check and see where we're at. If the charger over here was working, we could see.
True.
But since this person was blocking it and we had to unplug them and plug us in, we can't see it. And there are going to be situations like that, so it's nice to have it in the car.
And before you say, check your app,
yeah,
it updated 30 minutes ago.
And we both closed out, like completely closed out the app, reopened it up, and it's still frozen, so.
Maybe if I blow on it.
No.
Oh yeah, it worked.
That's what we're supposed to do to the charger.
Oh yeah.
Blow it out
We'll
like
do
a
that next time.
Super Nintendo cartridge. The Ford definitely seems to take a little bit longer to charge.
Speed bump. Right when it hit 80%, it dropped from 90 kilowatts to 60.
So that means it's our time to go.
Yeah, we have enough charge. Just need to head on in.
So 92 kilowatts added, 48 minutes, and we went from 12 to 80%. $2.88.
That's not accurate.
No. Well, maybe it is. reach, Kennedy? Looks like it should. The RVing dude said that it was trickling, so hopefully it does better for us.
It won't let me start it on here.
Because the app probably still thinks you're charging someplace else. Initiating charge. This session is complimentary, courtesy of Electrify America.
Probably because it's so slow.
Ford says we're charging. No, my watch went off.
402. Hey, it's 100.
Oh, nice. Woo! Keep going. So the frustrating thing about this is that we won't get the stats. We'll get the stats from the truck, but we won't get the stats from EA. And EA on the app actually gives you a lot of good information. So it's sad when it's not there.
Catch it.
Yeah, we just have
Before
to,
it shuts off.
we'll have to get it so we get all the information. But all right.
Hey, it's 160.
161. All right, keep it up. I feel like that last stop ended up being a little chaotic, and we didn't get much in the way of documenting it done. The kids and I went in to like get some grocery shopping done and get some supplies that we needed, and then you had to end up moving how many times?
Well, we pulled in, plugged in twice to one that we could get to without unhitching, and then we had to unhitch, move to another one, and that one was like 150 kilowatts, and then it dropped down to 30 and stayed there. I moved back to the other one that was like at least like sustaining 160 kilowatts for 2 to 3 minutes, and just unplugging and plugging it back in. And then the people in number 4 moved, and so I went and plugged in there. So I don't know, how many times is that?
A lot. It's a lot. We had a little oopsie.
Well, I did. All my fault.
And it shows, well, I mean, these charging stations are not really built for F-150s.
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
tight when you are
We'll blame
pulling
it on
in.
them.
Yes.
No, it was my fault. The wind caught it and opened the door and put a dent in the door.
Oopsie, I think.
We're doing 68 miles an hour and getting 1.1 miles per kilowatt hour, so
we are trying to skip a charger here. So
Yeah.
I guess we can talk about that. We're
North
trying to
Platte.
skip North Platte and get to Ogallala.
that was the one that did us dirty last time.
So we don't want to see that one.
Yeah, but it was kind of cool. There's some nice people that are ahead of us. They're going to message us and let us know if North Platte was working, so in case we need it, which it's looking like we don't. But people are always great on the road.
We'll be checking back in. Hopefully we'll make it to Ogallala, grab some dinner, and then the plan is to possibly go boondock in a parking lot. It's a Harvest Host location in Colorado. We'll see how far we get. We'll make sure.
Harvest Host is.
So Harvest
What
Host.
boondock is too.
Yeah. So okay. We'll leave a link in the description for Harvest Host because it's a cool like service. So you subscribe to it for I want to say like you can get it if you get it on sale like on Black Friday or whatever. They'll have times where it's like $75. So then you can go and use these locations like breweries, wineries, farms, all kinds of cool places that you can go. Libraries, churches, and park in their parking lot for a night. Some people will let you do more than one night. And you don't, like, it doesn't cost you anything to go there. They do ask that you, like, patronize the business. So if it's a brewery, you go in and you sample some beer. It's a rough life.
This is a brewery.
It's a rough life.
We'll get there pretty early, or late. So.
Yeah, but
This is our second time camping in a brewery.
no, we did a
That's
winery.
a winery.
We did a winery before, and it was a
We
Harvest
did
Host
golf
as well.
courses, like
Yeah,
all
there's
over
golf
the place.
courses, and then they also have Boondockers Welcome, where people will like allow you to come stay in their driveway for the night. So, and a lot of the ones with the Boondockers Welcome will have electrical hookups. So that's super nice. Approaching
Ogallala.
8 miles to Ogallala, and we just checked, and all of the chargers are unavailable. Not in use, unavailable. But Steve called Electrify America this morning and talked to them, and they were saying they were all unavailable, but then they were like, oh, it looks like somebody's charging on it right now. So we're still gonna go try to plug in and see what happens. Backup plan is there's a KOA just across the street, and we'll just stay there for the night and continue on in the morning. But
we would rather not do that.
yeah, and it is a little bit of a long stretch from Ogallala to Fort Morgan. So 7 more miles of playing the guessing game of does the charger actually work, and we'll see what happens when we get there. Okay, so all of them are reading as unavailable. So Steve is on the phone with Electrify America now to try to get him to reset it. But like I said, the backup plan is to just go to this KOA down the street. But right now, all of them are not available. But the good news is with all of the chargers unavailable, we just pull in and block them all so we don't have to unhook. I mean, since we knew that there was trouble with the chargers, we thought, well, let's at least pull in, see if it's working, and then we will unhook if we need to, but we didn't want to unhook before we even tried it. So here we are, and we'll let you know. The reboot. Will it do anything? Predictions. Will it do anything?
Yes, it will.
All right.
Positive. Show them our sweet park job.
Well, that's the good news. When all of the chargers are down, you get to take all the spots. Well, the kids and I are walking to Taco John's because the chargers did not work. Both KOAs in town say no car charging on their website. We dropped the trailer. Steve is going 30 miles down the road. He's gonna charge up to get the trailer, enough charge to get the trailer, and then go back to the charger. So this one wasn't our bet. Hey, when do we ever have good lighting? Right now. Hey, we're trying to find the positive in life this morning.
It's a new day.
It is a new day. So you did not hear from us after the charger in Ogallala would not work.
Yeah, so I think maybe where we left it was we were going to go to an RV park. Anyways.
Oh yeah, we were.
Let's say, first of all, the lightning died, completely died. The 12 volt was dead, everything was dead. No lights would come on, and it got towed.
We killed the lightning.
Yeah. Okay.
So we went online to reserve a spot at the KOA. And both there's 2 KOAs in town, and both of them have in their reservation things that there is no car charging. So then the panic kind of set in a little bit. There's some J1772s that were nearby to the charger, but like we were gonna have to stay there, you know, all night. And then the question of what happens if this charger's still down when we come back, and panic kind of set in a little bit.
We noticed we got a message from PlugShare. We had this awesome couple of people that were helping us along the way, honestly.
Yeah.
Telling us what chargers were working and stuff like that. At which I should have stopped in North Platte, but I called EA and they said that the charger was working in Ogallala. But anyway.
Yeah, so our first mistake was not stopping in North Platte before Ogallala.
This nice couple, they told us that in Julesburg, a new charger came online and they were getting 140 kilowatts. So I'm like, okay, I'll just drive super slow there.
Unhook from the trailer, leave the trailer in Ogallala.
Because we didn't have, I had 11% at that point in time.
Yeah.
And I'll charge, come back and grab it, and we'll continue on. Because if that worked, then we knew we could get back from Colorado, was our way of thinking. Well, so I get there, and the truck literally says, come to a stop as I'm pulling up to it. You have depleted your battery 100%. And so I got up there, plugged it in, Couldn't figure out how to get it started. Didn't work. Called EV Connect, which was on the charger, the support, and gave them the station ID on the station, and they said that it wasn't online yet, is the words that they used. Anyways, I told Katie, let's get a hotel in Ogallala. More than likely, I'm gonna have to have the vehicle towed unless I can get this charger to work. And it showed up on ChargePoint, like just randomly. So I'm like, oh great, I can do it through ChargePoint. Well, it didn't work through ChargePoint. I could get it to initiate, like connect to the vehicle, but it kept saying system fault. I went inside, I found a NEMA 1450 plug on the side of the building, asked them if I could use it just to even get a little bit of charge, and they said no, I was probably gonna burn the building down, blah blah blah. And yeah, that's part of the story you don't even know.
You did not tell me that.
I'm like, okay. As I go back to the vehicle, that's when the 12-volt battery died. You couldn't roll up the windows, couldn't do anything, couldn't put it in neutral. So at that point, I felt pretty defeated. And thanks to Kyle Connor for talking Steve through a few things and offering to come out and like tow charge us. This is how awesome Kyle Connor is from out of spec. I called him and asked him how to put it in neutral, and he texted. He didn't know right away on the phone, but he texted me right away. But on the phone, he's like, "Oh man, where you at? Julesburg, Colorado? I could be there in a couple hours. We could like tow charge it. We could get you going." And I'm just like, Kyle, this is awesome that you're this way, but I think that I don't know what would come of it after that, and I really appreciate it. So anyways, yes. I appreciate how awesome Kyle is. Tow truck came, pulled it, and we got a jumper on it and was able to get it back to Ogallala to the MPPD there. They had a J1772 6 kilowatt charger and charged. I and Bella got back to the hotel and slept on it and didn't sleep very well, but woke up at 6 o'clock this morning.
Every time my phone vibrated, I was like, the car stopped charging. So I'd wake up and have to look at my phone.
At 2, I think I finally fell asleep, or 2:30. And then I wake up at 6 o'clock and I look at my phone and it shows on the Ford Pass app, it shows on EV Connect app now.
So this is the charger in Julesburg.
That charger in Julesburg is up. And I'm like, oh my gosh, am I gonna live through this again? Like, so I made sure that I could drive there and back so we could go back to the KOA. And this morning, got there, same thing, wasn't working. I'm like, oh great. Anyways, called EV Connect, noticed on the app and on ChargePoint that the station ID is different. It's 21031. And so I told them that, and they saw it. The first lady on the phone, you gotta be persistent. The first lady on the phone wouldn't reboot the station. She just said she was gonna call maintenance, they're gonna come out there. And so I called back, and the second person, thankfully, still had me go through the same thing, but then rebooted it, and then it worked. So hopefully
it's still working.
Yeah. So I drove there without the trailer. Now we drove back to Ogallala. Now we're on our way to Julesburg. So I hope that this
it better work.
Yeah.
But we have enough charge to get back to Ogallala, and then we will go stay at the KOA, go to one of the J1772s, plug in all day long, charge the truck, and then just go back, which will be unfortunate because you're gonna go see people out in Colorado. Yeah. We wanted to go see the mountains, so anyway, digress slightly. So last night while he was out dealing with all that, and he called EA, and I also called EA, and I was pretty persistent with them. And I did finally get to talk to a supervisor, and she did finally give me a little bit more information on that charger in Ogallala. And she said that it had been down since the 30th of June. It is my watch died because I didn't have a charger for it last night.
August
13th, right?
Yeah, so my birthday was last Saturday, so 13th.
August 13th. So it's been down for almost 2 weeks. And some people have charged on it, but it's like every day they'll be like, people saying it doesn't work, it does work, it doesn't work, it does work. So anyway, it's been down on and off since, since June when we came through the first time, let's be truthfully honest. But
basically down since then.
yeah, so she said it was down. She said that one of them was they were waiting on new motherboards for it, so they're waiting on parts. That's why 2 of them are down. And the other 2 were software issues that they couldn't figure out. And she said that there was a technician that was due, and the tech was supposed to be out today. Again, she said that they've been out there a lot, and I basically told her that it was ridiculous and that somebody else, I need somebody else to give me answers on this. She wouldn't give me any information further than that, but she was like, I'll flag this again, and it's those canned EA responses that you get from them. And I told her, I said, I appreciate you saying these things, but we hear the same thing over and over again. So everybody knows that you guys aren't actually working on it. Something has to change. And, she kind of got to the point where she didn't have anything else to say. Unfortunately, those people on the phones are going to have to take the brunt of it and get driven crazy enough that it gets to the next hired person.
It was $235 tow.
A 200 no, because it was $220 and then $30 for the dog. So a $250 hotel room.
Hotel. That's crazy.
Everybody says, oh, go to a different charge network. There isn't another charge network out here.
Especially.
That's it. And when you don't have a 50 kilowatt charger or whatever, literally it's the EV or the EV Go. Literally it's the Electrify America or J1772s in that town.
Yeah.
In the middle of nowhere.
And it's, 70, 80 miles apart, and when 2 in a row don't work.
Yep.
You can't even get that
in a car.
Just on some vehicles with the vehicle. Without
not towing. New day, Colorado, here we come. Go do some towing tests with Kyle, maybe. We'll see what the day brings now. Why are you messing with anything besides what you did earlier?
There it is. EV Connect Wagon Wheel Conoco. It's got 2 available. It says it's free. I don't believe that. It says plug in. This one's red, this is blue, so you plug in this one. Charger activated.
I like this charger. I like the giant screen.
Yeah. Plugged in, not charging. Yay! It's working again!
So how many times have you been to this charger?
This is the 3rd time.
Yahoo!
Alright, we're going to charge. We're going to see if we can power the camper while we're charging from the Lightning.
Alright, let's do it.
Lots of gawkers here. Ooh.
This is why the Airstream is like beautiful for this kind of a thing, because we don't have to like open any slides or anything. So like when we plug in, our camper is fully functional. So like we can go make lunch, take a shower, take a nap, run the air conditioner, all of those things. So that's what makes the Airstream just really ideal for this type of a thing, is just being able to plug it in and have it fully functioning. I was just explaining how awesome it is to have the Airstream for this kind of thing, because like our camper's fully functional right now. Like there's nothing we can't do.
AC
without
turned
the slides, the AC's on. There's no sun on this side, so we can even open some windows, get some vista views. This one.
Conoco.
Here, let's look at the beautiful view that this window provides. Oh, wait. All right, I'll go get the dog and the kids. Hey guys, we have a camper with air conditioning. Let's go. Oh, here's how they all fit in this car.
I don't want to.
Oh gosh, we got a whiny one. So they have a lot more leg room, and this one is obviously more comfortable. Hey Bella, how's it going down there?
I'm not any more comfortable in this thing.
Oh gosh.
I would have to
Go eat something. You're getting grumpy already. So I have the lowdown on this, on what this is about. We are charging at 20 kilowatts right now. So the owner came over because we were the first car that he's seen charging here. And so he was talking to me for a little bit, and he said that, so this charger like stores the energy that it needs to fast charge the car. So when we pulled up, there was someone here charging, so those people took the power from the charger and put it into their car. So now, instead of like refilling its own battery or whatever storage system it has in there, it's having to charge our car. So it's at the 20 kilowatts. If we could have waited a little while, and it would have boosted back up. We don't know how long it takes though, so we are just going to stay with the 20 kilowatts and let it do its thing rather than waiting and then having it still be 20 kilowatts. So I thought that was interesting, that which, I mean, it makes sense because we're kind of out in the middle of nowhere, and this is a fast charger, so it's, you know, getting that energy, storing it here, and then putting it into a car when a car comes to charge. So that's interesting. But you may want to check ahead of time if you're coming to Julesburg, Colorado, to the Wagon Wheel of Conoco, and see if somebody's recently used it, and if you have the option to go on and let this refill so that the next person could get a fast charge. But, you know, if you're in a pinch, then it is here. So we are glad it's here, that's for sure. We will probably be using it on the way home again so that we can get to North Platte, since we do not trust the Ogallala chargers. So that charger eventually stopped on us. We're assuming it got too hot. It is 100 degrees. Or maybe it only puts out so much energy before it says, okay, my turn. I've got to start storing this back up.
We rolled up, somebody was plugged in. I'm assuming they took all that energy, and then it only charged at 20 kilowatts until it kicked us off. So. Yep.
So we have a backup plan of a Tesla destination charger in Sterling, and then Fort Morgan, which appears, knock on wood, to be working properly. And then from Fort Morgan, we'll stop one more time in...
We did in Longmont.
Longmont, yeah.
There's multiple chargers once we get past Fort Morgan.
Yeah, we are getting into the Denver area, so it's really not that big of an issue. You know, we were hoping to make it to the car show associated with State of Charge, but that doesn't look like that's going to happen. We are just going to go up for a couple nights in Estes Park and enjoy the cooler weather. And as you can tell, people are flying by us, but it is what it is, and we're determined to make it
somewhere.
We're going to make it somewhere. Okay.
Which handle?
That one? Well, the truck say it's getting a charge.
4%.
Yes. Well, the bright side is we got a charge.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good. I mean, it faulted one time, and then we switched to the broken handled one, and it worked.
So maybe that's the little nugget is like look for the one that looks like it's in the worst shape
Yeah.
because it's been used the most
Yeah.
because it works.
But outside of that, I mean,
Yeah.
we have to be thankful we got a charge,
Yes.
especially the way stuff was going. So I'm thankful for it.
Yes.
We don't really know how fast it was charging because the screen was just locked on one thing.
Yeah.
So can't really give you too much information other than what they send us.
Yeah. So we got the charge. Now we're cruising at a breezy 75 miles an hour.
Getting there. Just feel like we got all this energy, we gotta use it.
Yeah, exactly. And so this is where we leave you on our adventure. Unfortunately, we lost the footage of charging in Longmont as well as arriving at our campground, but we did make it. We got a charge in Longmont, no problem. Made it up the mountain to our campground at Estes Park and settled in for the evening. Be sure to join us in our next video for a much less eventful drive home from Colorado. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. We've got a lot more adventures coming with the Rivian and the Lightning. Be sure to leave us a comment and we'll see you guys in the next video.